Hey friends, welcome to part one of our garden compilation for 2023. We run through all the highlights of the things we accomplished in the garden for 2023 in the order that I posted them. So that way you can go back and easily find them if you want to watch the full video of something that you see. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll show you the compilation now. There once was a gal named Caitlin. She decided to make her own potting mix. She succeeded and failed at the same time, and I'll tell you how. She put peat and perlite in there, which is totally fine. But then when she went to add the compost or the nutrients, she added compost manure, which created a lot of fungus gnats. So, let the lesson and moral of this story be, you can do your own potting mix with peat, perlite, and compost, but you cannot do it with peat, perlite, compost, manure. Now, it's time to start seeds, and this is an exciting day for me. We are doing all of our tomato plants in the solo cups here, and solo cups is the way to go. I tell you what, I didn't have to up pot at all. There was plenty of room for the roots for the 8 weeks they were inside, and just amazing. Every single one of the plants did awesome. Well, I think maybe 2 of them kind of sucked, but in general, I grew like, I don't know, of these here, like 20, like 30 of them that were successful. I gave a lot of them away. And yeah, we have even more types to try this year. I'm super excited about it. So here we're trying to do sprouts in a jar because I saw an ad from True Leaf Market. And I didn't want to buy the jar with the special mesh strainer lid. So I said I'd just do it myself. Shoot, why not? Well, didn't work out too well. You can see this mesh strainer here. It was the easiest way to strain these. The problem though is reading the instructions and comprehending. That's not one of my strong suits. So I should have rinsed these out more often. They got really icky, really stinky, and rotted. They sprouted. You'll see here in a sec. They did sprout. They were doing good. Also not doing good. So that was a fail. And maybe I'll try again. I don't know. I think they just need to be rinsed out more often. So now we start even more seeds. I think that was chive, and I think now that was celery, and then we're making little holes for something else. We literally start our seeds for everything. I grew a few pepper starts, I bought a few starts for like peppers and a stevia, just because I didn't think I was going to have enough. Oh, did you see that face I made? I dropped seeds out of a packet all over the floor. It was like ping, 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 ping against the floor. Luckily I had extra. I think that was cabbage or something like that. And now I'm just covering up some seeds. That might have been onions in there. I don't have it labeled yet. Oh, gotta throw Tater in there, of course. She's the star of the show. And here we are. We dug up, well, I did by myself actually, dug up the bulbs of gladiolus and dahlia, and I put them in a box with vermiculite and stored them over the winter. And now I just want to pre-sprout them. I'm going to see which ones I managed to not kill. So that's what that video was. And now here I am just telling you how excited I am about something. It's March of 2023, and this is what I'm excited about. A tree, y'all. It is a 2-in-1 Asian pear tree, and now here in May we're going to plant it outside, and Evan and I dug this hole together, and I just threw it. It couldn't stay in that box like that for 2 months. They shipped it out way too early, and I wasn't going to damage it. Even though it was dormant, I didn't want to damage something by planting it in March, so I put it in a Home Depot bucket, and it fully leafed out and everything like it was an indoor plant, and then I hardened it off. And there's Evan. His hair is getting a little long, so he used one of my hair clips to get the hair out of his eyes. He's so cute. And now we get it in the hole. Didn't exactly get it in the center of the hole, but I just put it in there the way it fell in. And then grapes. These are grapes, and we planted these together as well. Canadies for that one. In the full video, you can watch it. You can see, oh, there's the tags, but you can see what all they were. Now they also shipped them out way too early to plant, or to like where I wasn't comfortable planting them in March. I don't want them to die because I planted them in winter, you know what I mean? So they were looking a little rough, but we planted them anyways. I think they're still alive. So with a little bit of your help there, holding the tape measure, we were able to measure the length and of how much I wanted, like, oh, you fell over. Sorry about that. There, me to the rescue. I needed to measure the length, and this paper is where I did some calculations. So if this grape plant has this much of a spread, then I need to make sure there's this much space between this one and the next one, so on. I messed up on the calculations the first time, then I figured it out the second time, and after hours of this, I finally plant them. And they should all have plenty of space to where they'll touch, but not like overlap each other. And we're transplanting some lettuce seedlings. So I planted some lettuce in a big tray full of dirt, and it was just time to dig them out and put them in their own containers so they can go outside easily and yeah, not stay in a tray. So we dig it out. So some of those I had already dug out, that's why they're already in the cups, but I saved a few for us to do together. And just use a kitchen spoon, why not? Throw it in a solo cup, and there we have it. We did all of them, and that one's really pretty, so I wanted to show you. Now we are planting our onions, as well as I think it was like brassicas, and maybe I forgot what the little intro just said. Oh, okay. Peas, yeah. You can plant your peas and your onions early. You don't have to wait till your last frost date. You can do it 4 to 6 weeks before, I think. Same with kale, just harden your stuff off. So those are 2 little kale plants stuck together. I'll pull them apart and plant them. Chive. So we already got chive here, and we're just gonna add a little bit of chive to it. And then leeks are gonna go here. Celery will go right next to them as well. And these leeks did amazing. They got very large. And now we're moving on to direct sowing radish and carrots and turnips and beets. So I lay it out for you. I made a groove in the dirt, sprinkled the seeds, covered it with those lids, just whatever I have handy. I'm gonna cover the carrot seeds with, and then take it off after 5 to 7 days. And they germinate so well with that technique. And now we're just making little finger holes to plant beets. I love golden beets, which I have right there in my hand. And then I have other beets, like seed packets, that we just, to get rid of them, we're gonna plant them as well. We did radishes and turnips as well. So this is strawberry in a laundry basket. You saw the laundry basket. Now I'm digging up all these strawberry runners. Oh, there's a grub, yucky, icky. So there were hundreds, and I mean hundreds, I'm not joking. If it doesn't look like that, you take me seriously. There were hundreds of these darn things that I dug up. No wonder I was exhausted this year. So this is a laundry bag kind of thing that I put inside a laundry basket. So the mesh is tight enough to where dirt doesn't come out. We cut a hole, stick our finger in there, and make a well for the roots, and then we shove the roots in there, keeping the crown not in the soil. And we just keep doing it. You'll see later on, you'll see the full basket all done. And they survived, they're good. Now here is a huge mulch delivery. And me and Evan put a little bit of a dent in it this day. You'll see, we do a lot with that mulch, and we still have a ton left over. And this is actually, this is March here, but in May, I finally finished moving all the mulch, and that's when I injured my back. And my back's been injured ever since. So we won't be getting mulch delivered anymore, sadly, because I can't do it. I can't shovel into the wheelbarrow over and over again like that. So yeah, After all that, we still have that much left over. And that's a backbreaker right there. Almost literally. Oh, little Evan. He's just so adorable. That's before he was growing his hair out. So you'll see him later with it growing out. And yeah, so here he is, cleaning up the mess and creating another one. And I got a green stalk. And matter of fact, I got two because they were on sale, like $50 off each. Like, I saved $100 by buying two. So, I mean, what choice did I have? I have to, you know? So we fill them up with crappy compost that, you know, I didn't know was crappy. And we just set them up. We don't plant in them today. We're just preparing. There's so many little things to do just to prepare for the garden each year, and this is one of them. And I love it. You can grow so much in such a little space because you're doing it vertically. Like, you can do so much. It's crazy. There's a wobble there, but don't worry. We get not a lot, but we get several windstorms every summer, and these did not blow over. They were heavy enough to stay. They kind of settled, and it was good. It was fine. So here we use that pocket pouch I was showing you to attach it to the fence with zip ties, fill the pockets with dirt, and then it's just another way to get rid of more strawberry, not get rid of, but use more strawberry plants, because 2 feet all the way around the strawberry area. It was, there were so many. I can't even tell you how many. Hundreds though, I know that. I gave so many away, it's not even funny. Co-workers, some of my patients, yeah. And you saw the laundry basket there, so that's how it turned out, and it's still doing good. And here we're planting bush beans. So we have garlic, peas, and some onion in that bed, and we're filling in the rest of the space with bush beans. I like to use bush beans as a filler wherever I have a little bit of space and don't really have anything ready. So we emptied out those pockets and added new dirt to the pockets. We're digging up some onions that I left in there from the previous year, so they were starting to seed. Transfer a few to the bottom of the green stalk. That way we have onion tops that we can use as green onions throughout the year. I also saved the seed from these as well, and we're going to use those seeds. Are viable. We did a viability test, and that's what we're planting this year. And ta-da, looking good. So we that's a basil there, tiny basil that I was worried about, but I plugged it in the ground and it grew very large, very well. So that was great. And then we also transplanted from the pockets along the wooden bed. We transplanted the herbs over here, and we got sage, thyme, and rosemary. Oh, nope, that little thing I was showing you was a rosemary. Oh, you see it there? I was wrong. My basil was small too, but they both did good. This is the garden plan. I just drew it out, and I used pencil so I can write in and erase and get everything, like exactly how many of what I need and what I want and where I want it, a plan. And of course things change, like I don't have enough of this or that, things change. But I really need it to be drawn out like that. This is turmeric and ginger that we're planting here. And turmeric didn't do nothing, the ginger did a little bit. So that turmeric was not organic. Now I wanted to cover my brassicas with netting because the white butterflies are just vicious monsters, and so are their spawn. So we clipped them, we put poles in, netting, clipped them, and then forgot about them literally. Like, I did not check on them. That was catnip. Dug it out, moved over there by the fence. Now we are planting the landscape up, and you will see throughout this compilation that the landscaping was beautiful. Oh my goodness, I loved it. The sweet potato vine did overtake other things, so it was a waste because a lot of things didn't get to shine. They were overtaken, like those right there, what I'm planting right there. gets overtaken. So here's me with my new toy, trying to drill and put an auger on a drill. And it works, as long as there aren't rocks at the bottom. And there's a lot of rocks. And I get it stuck. Yep. If there's a struggle to be had, I will have it, and it will be on camera, and you'll see it 99% of the time. Yep, fell out. We get it figured out. It's fine. We move on. So we did a lot of proven winters, mostly proven winters, because I heard they were amazing. I wanted to try them, and I actually hadn't spent extra money on proven winters. And they are performers, I tell you what. So this is a lot of begonias, hosta, lilies, calendula, and then we did some geraniums, all different kinds of petunias. Those pink ones are bubblegum. Petunias, all different kinds over here too, and then that big green thing, I mean, that's a bush, but the coreopsis. And look at those fuchsias. Oh, I love fuchsias. Mama bird's still in the way, so we can't hang up our new hanging baskets yet. Just look at these. Oh, beautiful. I love them. Those are dianthus. Geranium. I kind of planted between and all around the hostas, so I could just like fill in and just like everything touch and be a big jumble of color and texture. And it was, except like the yellow here and the black there and some of the purple just got overtaken by a sweet potato vine. And here we are. It's time to plant the peppers and the tomatoes out. Look at all those pepper plants I successfully started. That is an accomplishment. That wasn't as many as I started, but that is how many I did not kill. So it's awesome. We're planting a lot of peppers in those pockets there. And we plant peppers in the green stock. And then we planted peppers when I was gabbing away a second ago in those, they're like the pallet grow bag raised bed that I talk about. And ta-da! Now for the tomatoes. All the indeterminates go on these cattle panels here, so I'm just giving them some fresh compost. Look at me cheesing. Now we're gonna plant. I measure, plant, try to plant as deep as I can get, and we just keep going on and on. We put mulch at the base because nightshades need mulch because the splashing causes disease. And this will be savory and parsley. Oh, moving too fast. Oh, moving too fast. I was doing cucumbers back there. Now I'm doing bush beans and pole beans. If it's near the trellis, it's pole beans. On the other half, it'll be bush beans. And sweet potatoes will be in there as well, in that other bag in the future. Determinate tomato plants. So they get like chest high, and they don't need the cattle panel. Now for cucumbers, we had a ton of cucumbers, very successful. Matter of fact, I still have pickles in my fridge I need to eat. I put extra vinegar in mine. Oh, happy face. I put extra vinegar in mine so they last like a really long time. This is cilantro, whole bunch of cilantro. So I learned that like the bush beans will overtake all of this. Therefore, I need to like think about placement. Oh, and some cabbage right there on the left, celery on the right. Oh, now here's the green stalk. We plant carrots in here, and I like to cover my carrots, like we discussed earlier. So I actually use the green stalk box to cut pieces of cardboard and cover them just for a week or so. It helps keep the moisture in because they'll dry out, they'll never germinate in that green stalk. So, yep, we're doing more beans, bush beans and pole beans. Nearest the trellis gets pole, farthest from the trellis gets bush. And plugging our dahlias into their grow bag. The ones I didn't kill anyways. Malabar spinach going there. I saved those seeds and I'm proud of myself. They all grew. Fuchsias, this is where the videos sometimes are out of order, but this is the order that I posted them. So you're seeing me plant the fuchsias now, but you had previously already seen them placed where I'm about to place them. So now you're seeing how the magic happens, and you can see the flowers and how they took to their spots, and they've already doubled in size and just looking good. Okay, place them like out of the way. And those are snapdragons. Let's take a look at the progress. It's probably just a few weeks later. And I spent the whole year trying to figure out what that big green plant is that I was just shaking, and it's Coreopsis from a wildflower mix. I had no idea because I didn't have a seed packet for it. But now we all know. And they self-seeded quite a bit. Not here, just like over by them. And that sweet potato vine overtook that entire section we were just looking at. Beautiful, beautiful. I let Evan pick a couple things out too, so if some things kind of like don't match or go together, it's just something he picked out and it's fine. And there's Mama Bird still in the way. And now a black screen, what's going on here. And that was the end of the clip, and I didn't even realize it. I was like, why is the screen black? That's because it was the end of part 1. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you later. Stay tuned for part 2. That's going to come out next. Feel free to like and subscribe. Bye.